Welcome, my dear viewer, to another new video with your favorite Apple designer, Yui. Just as the title and thumbnail indicate, I'll be sharing with you a great tutorial of how I made my most viral wallpapers. This design was the start of my journey, and today, I hope by the end of this video, it will be the start of yours, easing all doubt you might have been facing in any project you have. And as I always love to say, you don't really need any expensive tool nor program to create, just patience, willpower. This also applies to our tutorial for today, in which we will be using none other than our free editing program, Photopea. In case this is your first time hearing about it, then do know that you can even use it from your web browser. I will leave the link in the description box down below. Enough talking, Yui. It's time to work. Are you ready? Then, let's get into it. Let's start designing.
Previously on
Yui Design. The first thing I like to do after opening the eye of the wanted character is to make it pop up more. What I do is to create a hue and saturation effect layer. In it, I would shift the settings, making it more saturated and less brighter. The other thing I like to do is to add extra details to the eye by using the airbrush tool. Remember to always create a new layer while using the brush, or else you will draw on the original picture. I use the eyedrop tool to find the colors I want. In case you're having trouble in choosing a color, then do this step. While clicking on the layer you just drew on, hit Ctrl-U on your keyboard to get this panel. In it, you can play around with hue, saturation, and lightness in order to get the desired shade. On the layer panel, switch your layer blending mode to liner light to give it more appeal. We will be repeating the same step twice more, but to add a spark in the lower and upper eye part with one different step in each. For the lower eye part, I will change the brush shape from the brush setting. Then, from the layer blend mode, rather than going with liner art, we will choose the hard light mode. Use the move tool to make further adjustment if needed. Again, create a new layer, change the brush size, and draw on the upper part of the lashes. Then to find the best color, I use the Ctrl-U and change my layer mode to color dodge. When done, export the new eye as a PNG and create a new canvas. Since I'm making a wallpaper, I will go with 1080 to 1920 pixels with transparent background. Open up your new eye image, copy and paste it in the new wallpaper canvas. I use the move tool to scale and adjust the image the way I want, placing it in the way I find suitable. Of course, we can't keep the background colorless. To create a color background, go to below the layer panel, click on the half circle, and find color fill to create a solid colored layer of your choice. Make sure to drag it behind the eye image. You see how some part of the image are cut up? We will need to patch them up by my favorite tool of all time called Liquify tool. This tool will allow you to stretch any part of your image. Take your time in this step since you might do a lot of mistake. When done, hit OK. Our next step is to blend the eye with the background. I like to do so by creating a gradient fill layer the same way we did for the solid colored layer. It will automatically create a black and white gradient for you. Before changing anything, I recommend you to lower the gradient fill layer behind the eye so you can eyedrop what color you want from the image. Click on this bar to get the gradient editor. These two arrows are the one you will need to change the color. By clicking on any of them, you will get the color picker. Remember how we placed the eye on top of the gradient? Now we can easily eyedrop the color we want to get the perfect hue. When done, change the angle to 0 to have it look like mine. Then drag the layer on top of the eye and change the blend mode to overlay. Next, we need to make the blending look even better by creating something called a mask on the eye layer. To create this mask, all you need to do is click on this icon over here. By doing so, a white canvas will appear next to your image. In order for the mask to work the way you want, you need to switch your two primary colors to black and white. Then, by using the brush tool, and the black color, you will be able to erase any part of your image. On the other hand, the white color will make everything reappear. Alert! Always double check you are using the mask layer. Notice how the gradient layer also have a mask layer? If you were to use the same technique, parts of the gradient will get erased. Keep going back and forth between eye and gradient layer until you feel satisfied with the way it looks. Don't forget, you can play around with your brush settings like changing the type of brush, size, and even its opacity. Last, how to add the text. It's very simple, no need to worry. Just find the text tool, click on the canvas, and the text space will automatically be created for you to write whatever you want. If you wish to change the color or font style, then all its settings will be in the upper menu. After centering the text in the middle of the canvas, I created another mask layer, but this time for the text. Again, by using the black color, I made some sort of fading to the text. This is just a preference of mine, since I feel without it, the text would be the center of attention. Ta-da! We are done! This is how I made my Honkai Star Rail wallpapers. These wallpapers were the beginning for me, and a part of my starting journey in making designs and wallpapers. Thanks to everyone who loved my designs, and I hope that this tutorial would spark some creativity and inspiration within you. If you found this video useful and crispy, then the subscribe button is your ally. Hope you had a fruitful watch. Yui is out.